Hello, this is Squatch Mom, aka Dana, and I am recording over these pictures and a few videos today because I wanted to talk about the trip we took a few years ago to Lost Creek Wilderness. And we did this in the fall, and I believe it was actually a year ago. And Lost Creek Wilderness is not too far again from Bailey, which is one of our favorite places. And so, Lost Creek Wilderness, oh my goodness, that was quite an experience. And so I'm going to walk you through these photos. But the trip over there was absolutely gorgeous. As you can tell, it was early October. Such a beautiful, beautiful place. And the drive was great, even though there were a few bumpy roads and that caused a few problems with our camper, but it's well worth it. So we went on this hike on the Lost Creek Wilderness, and as you can see, it is just so beautiful. And I'm just going to go through these pictures. So we had such a good time, and the skies, of course, Colorado blue, so beautiful. And then here's my husband with his, seems like his trademark wave. And then here he is again. Oh, and by the way, I fell, of course, going down one of those rocks. And here we are at the sign. You have to actually put in a form that you're in there hiking. And that is Bison Peak. So we were pretty close to that. And then there was a stream bed there that we walked along, that the trail goes along. And the forest, the woods were very, very thick. And you could see there is an interesting structure there. And there were just tons of really dramatic things going on here. There's that kind of tangled, that X, that was very dramatic. And then, I'm not sure exactly what that was. But there was just a lot of interesting things going on. And then a bow right there. And an X right there. Very interesting. A bow in the background there. And a little tangled thing. And then here in a minute, there's going to be a video, and that's my son shooting it. So he's kind of got it sideways at first. But you're going to find out that we had come across some interesting sights, and we'd actually heard some knocks, some tree knocks. And I felt at the very end of this video, you can hear me say that I feel like we're encroaching on their territory. And that's how I felt. I had this eerie feeling that we were very close to their territory somehow. I don't know if it was true, but that's what I felt about it. And then I just wanted to respect them and not invade their home. That's something that I always think of, the balance between searching and the balance between respecting them, the balance between being curious and wanting to know and just full of this investigative spirit versus wanting to not invade their homes, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna let this video play out so you can listen to what we say.
Did you make that sound?
What sound?
Like a pop sound, like wood?
I just hit that, yes.
Okay.
How do I get myself into this?
Pine needle?
Huh?
Pine needle? These two trees here. Look. Do you see the two trees
Oh
going
yeah.
this way? They're relocated.
Ooh. Now that's a big X.
I swear they're relocated.
Huh?
They did not grow here.
Really feel like we should respect their territory.
Okay.
Especially if they're knocking.
Well,
What?
what do you want to do now?
What are you chomping at the bit to do?
I don't know.
So again, there were just some really, really interesting dramatic formations. And that was the biggest one I saw, a double X. I was completely stunned that I saw that. And I think there's another picture of it coming. See that? That really, really surprised me. It was amazing. So then we finished our hike and we went back to our campsite. And this was a very, very remote place. And I'll tell you something that happened. But first of all, my son and husband the next day went on a hiking little expedition on another trail. And so my son recorded a couple of minutes of their walk. And at a certain point here, you'll hear it at the marker 10:29, there's a pop sound. And so Sam did not know what that was, and that was extremely interesting. And the other thing happened was that one of those nights I heard this strange sound in the middle of the night while I was sleeping, or I thought I was sleeping, I don't know. It was like, oh, or something, I don't even remember. And then I had this dream. No, then I thought, am I awake or am I asleep? And I didn't know I was in one of those strange states. And then I had this dream about a Yeti. So I told Sam that, and he said, I wonder if you actually really heard that. I'm getting a lot of email in my background. That's really annoying. But anyway, that was an extremely interesting thing that happened because I heard a Bigfoot in my dream or awake clear as day. It was very, very strange. And there's something else I'm going to tell you about that after you hear this pop here in a minute. So I'm going to be quiet and let you hear this, and I'll be back. Okay, so after our camping trip in Lost Creek, I believe it was, we went back to Bailey and we saw our friends Jim and Daphne Myers at the Sasquatch Outpost, and we told them about our experience in Lost Creek Wilderness. And Daphne told me that a year or so before that, they heard that campground there, Lost Creek Wilderness, the campers heard some vocalizations, and it scared them so much that everybody left the campground. I don't know how many people there were, but they kind of left in a hurry. So, and then another very strange thing that happened was I saw this mound and it looked like straw, but I kept looking back thinking, is that a Bigfoot or is that my imagination? It was just so strange, and I will never know, of course, what that was, but it was interesting. Now we have a cat fight and a dog fight in the background because Caspian and the cat are playing, or no, not playing. Caspian is trying to play with the cat, but the cat won't play with him. Alright, so that was one of my favorite trips at Lost Creek Wilderness. I would love to go back sometime. And we had a friend that we met later that said she hiked on the Colorado Trail not too far from there, and she had some experiences there. So I know there was something going on. Next week we hope to get back into the field, but we've had some family emergencies preventing us from doing much hiking. But then on Halloween we want to do a special show. It was Sam's idea, so we'll see what happens. Obviously October 31st. We will see what we will see. This is Squatch Mom signing off.